Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to start all over with my name again. I am Michael Olóðtú Adelakun. Though you may know me as Olóðtú Agbà Lumee, the Yoruba guy on social media. Today, I'd like to share with you a story. Not just my story, but a story of how talent, when nurtured with care, can transform into wonder. And to guide us on this journey today, I'll be telling a Yoruba folk tale that I've crafted specifically for this talk. It's the story of the tortoise and the magical seed. Hello. Once upon a time, there lived a tortoise, Eredi. Eredi stumbled upon a magical seed deep within the forest. When he saw the seed, he looked at it, and the seed spoke to Eredi. If you plant me and nurture me with care, I will grow into something the world has never seen. Eredi took the seed. It was slow, but eventually, he planted the seed. He began to water it, nurture it, despite the fact that other animals in the forest mocked and made jest of him. He would water the seed, he would shield it from the wind, and even sing to it. Do do mi do, re mi do. Eredi fúrúgbìn, irúgbìn wúrà. Gbogbo ẹranko wò ó, wọ́n rẹ́rìn-ín. Sùúrù bàbá. Aráyé ẹ wá wo ohun tí ń kọ bí òrùn. Ẹ wá wo èso wúrà. Loosely translated as Eredi plants a seed of gold. All the animals in the kingdom made jest of him, but he was patient. Now everybody is here to see the golden fruits. Months passed, and then this seed sprouted into a tree, something no one had seen before, bearing golden fruits. And people traveled from far and near. They wanted to see tortoise tree. They wanted to see the fruits, touch it, or at least even have a bite from this golden fruit. Tortoise, who was once mocked or looked at as somebody who was doing something worthy of attention, became celebrated for his patience and vision. Hello. Now let's get to how this relates to my story and the topic of this TED Talk. My story can be very much likened to the story of Eredi the tortoise. I stumbled upon a talent in the year 2020. I was able to refine that, and today it has become my career and everything that I stand for. Prior to the time when I found this talent, I was doing things. I was even a content creator. But the moment I found that talent, I was lucky enough to be able to nurture it to a place where it became something that so many people wanted to see and be a part of, or want to see and be a part of. It wasn't like, oh yes, I found the seed, I started watering it, and then it just became something out of nowhere. Challenges, struggles, sleepless nights, worries. Prior to when I found this voice, I remember serving in Auchi, Edo State. I served in a military barracks, and there I came up with a very funny, crazy idea to start business. I dabbled in entrepreneurship. I opened a shawarma shop. This is somebody who had little to no experience in the culinary space, right? When the thing was reading my bio, I mentioned that I studied German and mass communication. I never went to culinary school. But I felt like if I can think it, I can do it. So put two and two together, tried my hands on a few things. The first naan bread that became my shawarma were made by me. I made the naan bread myself. I tried my hands on a few Mediterranean spices here and there because I felt like, oh, Lebanese shawarma. I started selling to people or giving to friends. They had comments, right? My first customer specifically, they were very skeptical. But then there was something their feedback. Their feedback was what gave me motivation, what inspired me to refine that craft. And to cut the short story long, my shawarma shop business did well while it lasted. There were lessons I picked from it that I apply today in the things I do. Two things mostly: process and adaptability. While my shawarma shop did not grow to become a global brand, my post-service 9-to-job, a stable career, or so many other things I tried my hands on, becoming like, oh, this big deal. I learned my lessons from those different experiences. I found my voice in October of 2020, which became my talent. And now I'm trying to transform that into wonder. Amen. So I found my voice in 2020. But before then, I used to be a skit maker. Now you're having context. The kind of skits where I would use sound effects like, funky, na 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 na. I'm supposed to hear of this. It was nice. It was good. You were laughing. People laughed while they watched them. But there was something felt missing. It felt like, was there talent? Yes. Talented. But then something felt missing. And what was missing was very simple. It was how I felt doing it. Direction. The direction was not there yet. Until I stumbled upon that voice in October of 2020, a very significant year for us Nigerians. Significant period. I found that voice, and then I expressed myself in that voice and shared to a close-knit audience, my WhatsApp followers, status. WhatsApp people are not your followers, they are your people. I shared to them and they had comments. It was surprisingly overwhelming, the reactions I got. Oh, you should share this with more people. This makes a lot of sense. And I was just doing it as a fun thing in my bedroom. There was no camera, there was no microphone, nothing serious. It was just my phone. I was laying on the bed. I wasn't even wearing this. I wasn't wearing any of this. So when you say I stumbled on it, just like the tortoise already, I literally stumbled on it. Yes, a part of my life before, stuff I probably played with in the past, but I never took it serious. But then the comments from people and the reactions I got made me think, oh, maybe there's something in this. And so I listened. My dear friends, that was the beginning of the transformation in my journey. Let's wrap this up really quickly. I found my voice. I've done so many things. I've tried my hands on so many things, right? And it is in those things that I've tried my hands on, those things that I've tried to do that failed, that I found inspiration, motivation, and lessons that I apply in what I do today as a career. And what I try to say with this is, whatever our individual journeys are, whatever point you find yourself, I would express this like an Ibadan man. The Yorubas would say, Beda, Oba la laye, Oba ti mo eredi, ti fin sentin se, abuse ti buse. And it means if one is going to become somebody, like we express it in life, the moment you find your purpose, everything is settled. Because you can now ride on the back of purpose to a place of good-looking destination. Today, I call myself a content creator. I call myself a cultural influencer, Olóðtú Agbà Lumee, and so many other titles here and there. But Olóðtú Agbà Lumee was a title given to me randomly on Twitter because of what I do. Because I found talent, my voice. I showed it like a ready, and then it grew into something that people, brands, organizations, businesses saw value in. And for that, there's been exchanges and exchanges. When I say exchange, you know what it means. My life became Forex. I trade my talent for money. So I'd like to urge us, everybody seated here, if there's something you found that is original to you, something you found that is authentic to you, something you found that is easy for you to do, or that comes to you naturally, or a blessing has just come your way, do not look at it and say, I'm not quite sure about this. And that's where momentum is in starting and keeping it moving. If you found your spark, don't let it die off before you take steps, no matter how small. Make those steps small, intentional, be courageous with them. Faith is also important. And my dear friends, one day you might just find yourself living the life you've always wished to live by doing the simplest thing to you that you'd call your talent or gift. Once again, my name is Michael Oluwadamilare Adelakun. Olóòtú Agbà Lumee, a global Yoruba voice, global storyteller. Èyí ni èrèdí ìwà láyé mi. This is my purpose. Thank you.